Hello everybody and welcome to Bangla Dish. Today we will be making egg biryani. Feel free to pause the video here and have a read of the ingredients. Begin by boiling your eggs and potatoes. You then want to thinly slice your onions lengthways. Set these aside and now begin peeling your eggs. Lightly score the egg whites with a knife. Add your spice mix to the eggs and thoroughly coat each egg with the spice. Repeat this with your potatoes, peeling them and then coating them in the same spices. Coat a frying pan with a generous amount of oil. Once the oil is hot, you want to fry your eggs. Fry them until they are brown and slightly crisp on the outside. Once done, remove the eggs from the oil. In the same oil, fry your potatoes. Gently flip them to make sure they don't burn or break. You want to fry the potatoes until they are crisp on the outside and darkened in color. Once browned, remove from the oil and set aside with the eggs. Add your oil. Once the oil is hot, you want to add your chopped onions. Stir the onions through the oil. Allow them to cook until soft and brown. Once the onions have browned and darkened in color, remove them from the oil. They should be slightly crisping around the edges. Drain them on a paper towel to remove any excess oil. To a clean pan, add oil. Once hot, you can add your bay leaves, cinnamon sticks, star anise and cardamom. Make sure there's no water when adding them so it doesn't spit oil at you. Now add around 2/3 of your browned onions from earlier and stir these through. You then want to add your ginger paste, garlic paste and salt to the onions. Stir these through to make sure they're well distributed throughout the onions. Once they have cooked slightly and the onions have softened, add your spice mix. Stir this through the onions and then follow by adding a biryani spice mix. Stir this through to make sure the spices are evenly distributed through the onions. Cover and allow the spices to cook out and the onions to further soften. You can add water to loosen up the onion mixture. Cover and cook this through to allow the water to be absorbed. Once the spices have cooked through, you can now add your eggs. Stir the eggs through the mixture to make sure they're evenly coated with the spiced onions. Cover and allow to cook for a few minutes. Whilst it's cooking, you can now wash your rice. Wash it a few times until the water is not murky. Then set aside and allow to soak. To a pot of simmering water, add cumin seeds, salt and oil. Stir this through and allow it to boil. Once the water has been brought to a boil, turn the temperature down and you can now add your rice. You want to cook your rice till it's about 80% done. You want to make sure that it's soft but still has some firmness to it. To a hot pan, add your ghee and allow it to melt. Now add half of your rice and coat the bottom of the pan evenly. Once you've added your rice layer, you now want to add your egg. Evenly distribute them on top of the rice. Now add your potatoes. Now add your remaining rice and cover the top of the eggs and potatoes. Add the remaining oil and onions from the eggs. Now you can take the leftover fried onions from earlier and add them on top of the rice along with some green chillies. Top off with small chunks of ghee distributed across the top. And yellow food colouring. Cover the top of the rice with foil and then add your lid. Allow to cook on the hob for a further 20 to 25 minutes until the rice is completely cooked. It is now ready to serve. If you enjoyed our video, please give it a like and consider subscribing, and comment down below if you give this recipe a try.